This episode of Super GG Radio is brought to you by our Patreon. Patrons of the show can get our Dogs of Super GG Radio newsletter, Super GG Radio stickers to slap on your closest PC or bag, input on what we cover, game nights with the hosts, and even a chance to win a copy of an indie we talked about. Not only that, but 90% of all patron contributions go to the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. Visit patreon.com/superggradio to learn more.
What's good, Internet, and welcome to session 238 of Super GG Radio, where friends chat about video games and all things adjacent. We are deep into winter's grasp and all snuggled in for some video game action. I'm your host and snow removal expert, Eric Getty Gettinger. With me, as alwaws, is Snowcano survivor, Alex Arona.
Getty, get this. Instead of lava, the volcano erupts with snow and slow-moving water. That's a glacier. And it freezes, and everyone is running, but when they get touched, they freeze. Ah!
Alex,
Perfect.
don't joke. This is blockbuster material. We could take this to Hollywood. I need a casting pitch from Joel DeWitte. Now.
I was thinking Kieran Culkin as the scientist no one will listen to. Luke Wilson as the buddy who ends up dying, and close it out with Matthew McConaughey just doing some BS.
Wow. This is really coming together. Do you think that McConaughey could, pretend to be a president who's completely negligent and he's the reason why everything happens?
I think he could do whatever he'd like.
All right.
Hey, Kieran Culkin is so hot right now.
Yeah. People love him. As much
man,
as
what's it called? Succession.
Yeah,
is excellent.
That is a TV show that Alex has watched. I can verify that. He gave the thumbs up. Lastly, Alec Parks is going to provide us with a tagline for this movie.
Snowcano, the most badass movie you'll never see. Or maybe Snowcano, stay because you're frozen to your seat.
All right.
I like it.
I want you to think now. The rap party, all of those celebrities, McConaughey without a shirt on.
Oh, he wouldn't wear a shirt.
Yeah, through the whole thing. Through the whole thing.
We'd have to burn those seats after he saw it, but that's okay.
I mean, I didn't think anybody'd see it. This is a pipe dream. A whole nother life. Maybe another time. But let's get on with our real lives. Back to the episode. I suppose we played some games. God, I can't get that rap party out of my mind. All right. This week in Early Adopters, we go all robo. We're going to ride the hype train with the news and keep some lethal company in the backlog. Whatever that means. All right. Segue. Early Adopters, where we play alphas, betas, and games where I'm still glitching out. Hey guys, let me tell you about GlitchSPANKR. GlitchSPANKR.
Getty, I saw this and I was like, this is Getty. This one's for Getty.
This game is so glitchy, I don't think Joel could get it to work.
No.
Did you
Joel.
eventually get it or no?
No.
Let me tell
really?
you.
Even with the, even with the what's it called?
The launcher? No,
in,
I ended up finding out that thing, it doesn't even launch from the launcher. It can't connect to it, so it's its own zip file. It doesn't prompt anything, not even the whole warning that I used to get on the computer of, hey, you sure you want to do that?
You really got to figure. Yeah, we got to figure out what's going on with your PC because you missed the last one too. The last one off of Itch.
Yeah, bad start.
His computer
this is a good one too. This is also
really
a good one.
Doesn't want to deal with any of that. So imagine, if you will, a game that is inside of a game. So you go to launch GlitchSPANKR, and it pops up with let's call it a visual novel, but it's a very suggestive looking visual novel. Alex, what was the name of it?
I think it was Booty Spanker 6.
Mm-hmm. So you got this like nice
Anime
title
ladies.
screen, And then when you go to interact with it, it reminded me of Pony Island a little bit because it would not like let you select certain options. So it's like, hey, maybe you should run a debug on this. Like run that antivirus software. Yeah. Yep. So you do that and it's like, oh man, it starts to like process and it's like, oh no, wait. Was I supposed to install that? Like going back. No, I was right. And then the bar keeps going. And then eventually you are dropped into a first person, I don't know. The words escape me. First person. You got like this hallway. This bat, like this little. It's kind of like a fly swatter.
It's a fly swatter,
but it's got a hand on it. And then you slap stuff with it, and it leaves the handprint. So you're going around, and you're just like slapping chairs, and they disappear. You're slapping couches. You slap a TV, and then the TV turns around. And it attacks.
He's like, what are you doing? Why are you spanking me? This is awful. Why would you spank me? You just go around spanking things like that? That's awful. And then and he disappears, and then you're back out to the main menu of the game. And the whole thing is that you're essentially the antivirus scanning this game, and the virus is hiding itself as objects. So it'll be like a regular room, and you have to slap all the stuff until you find the virus. And the virus is talking to you, being like, "Hey, you know what? I don't like you. That's really mean that you would just smack my butt like that. I don't enjoy that. That's not fun." Like he just really has it's a really good comedic. Like at one point, he's like, maybe we could just be friends, we could be bros, we can hang out, get to know each other, and maybe we can get romantic and really care for each other and maybe spank each other not menacingly. And it's like what is going on? So this virus is just constantly trying to get you to not spank it because it destroys it, and he won't let you play Booty Spanker 6, the anime suggestive sexy lady game, until you get rid of all the viruses. And apparently there's a whole bunch of it really plays with a lot of that kind of stuff, where at one point he's like, fine, you know what, and all of the objects in the the bureau, the TV, the couch, the end table all have their own fly swatter spankers, so if you try to spank them, they spank you. Or there's one room that's just a hallway that goes on forever with hundreds of desks, and you just start going through and destroying all the desks, and all of a sudden one desk hops out and goes, no, this is too much, I gotta run, and just starts running. It's it really plays with the convention of what you think is happening, and it plays very Portal, in that there is somebody always kind of at the end of each level just kind of talking to you and giving you crap, and it's very funny to think about that in a way that the game is playing with your own expectations.
Mm-hmm. Alec, did you get a chance
to play this one?
No, I didn't.
No.
I tried running it through Lutris and didn't have any luck.
Guess it's just
Eddie, were you excited for a second with the anime ladies? Did it psych you out?
It was weird. I was like, what is he making me play right now? And then when it's you should probably just install this antivirus software, then I was like, okay, I think I get where this is going. It was a pleasant surprise, though. I thought it was really quirky and funny in a lot of the things that you really did a great job explaining everything that happens in it.
Voice acted very well, too.
I felt like I got pretty far, but I couldn't figure out how to get past the satanic circle. Did you get up to that?
You gotta he's one of the candles.
Oh, psych out. Okay. Yeah. Because I did run around that circle and I was slapping everything, but I didn't realize he was one of the candles.
And you're pretty, and that's there's 2 other stages after that, and then it's done.
Okay.
There is they give you they because it's the demo itself has 2 endings, and then once you get one of the endings, they just you just walk down a hallway, you break open a door, and then the virus is there, and he's like, hey, that was great, we're still working on this, so maybe you should wishlist it, and has a whole little spiels, the developers are pretty cool guys. I mean, when the game actually comes out, you really don't have to buy it, though. You could probably pirate it, and that's fine. But if you bought it, that'd be cool too, because then they can make more games. But either way, screw those guys. So it was a nice little speech that the virus gave. And again, all voice acted really well. So it had a lot of good comedy.
Joel go back and figure out a way to play it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, maybe I'll boot into Windows too.
Wow.
You know what else you should be working on? Botsu, ridiculous robots.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just had a big smile.
this I think everybody smiled. Playing this, I was like, wow, this is a combination of a bunch of games that I really like. So Botsu, ridiculous robots is it's a medley. You have a robot that you control, normalish controls. It's third person, everything very voxely, but there's a couple of different games that you can play. There's one that is eerily similar to Rocket League, where you are more or less playing soccer against another team, but the way that you can manipulate the ball, as it were, is just kind of funny. You can grab it, you can like try and rocket yourself with it across the map. You can just straight up throw it, but all the while everybody's trying to punch each other in the face.
Yes.
And then there's also there were a couple of other games that I got to play, but I'll let you guys jump in, and whoever wants to gush about Botsu, please do so.
So my experience, my match was a 3v3 matchup. It wasn't soccer. It was more like there were zones on each side. So your team had a zone, and the other team had a zone, and then there were blocks with numbers attached to each of them that you had to pull into your zone in order to dip points. And that was fun. Just part of the controls here is that it's not just like you're kicking a ball or trying to drag here. You've got like punches and drop kicks and stuff. You've got really offensive tools for this. You can throw things. And so I ended up finding myself right away not even trying to grab anything and bring it back to my camp. I was just harassing them and punching and drop kicking them and hanging on to the block that they were trying to bring in. And an effective strategy if my teammates had done anything while I was distracting their entire team. But
Bots are dumb.
It is
what I found was kind of funny is that if you grab the block first, you could just drag, and it's like, oh, 3 people grab it next to me, but they can't pull in the same direction. So since I had it first, I'm just dragging, and 3 people are fighting over the big one. So that ended up working. Also, just kicking it. Like I found my teammate was dragging it, and I was getting I was behind him, and I was jump kicking it, making it jump faster forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I actually really liked stealing blocks from the other team.
Nice.
That's just mean.
Yeah.
I felt it was dropping enough blocks where you could run in and grab them. So it seems like, I believe that was the first game that you could play.
Yeah.
You guys also try and use your jetpack ability when you had them in your hand? Yeah.
I didn't have any boost. I didn't find any
boost in that. Well, the modifiers were kind of randomized.
Yeah.
So in the block grabbing ones that I had, there wasn't there was no jetpack modifier.
So there was a little bit of leeway with it. You didn't get the full jet from it, but you, for whatever reason, if you were holding a block and you jumped, you would still get an added boost.
Oh.
Okay.
I was using that quite effectively, especially with the larger ones, because I was like, I need somebody to help me drag this, and everybody else is just... It's just funny to watch because the movements are really loosey-goosey. The legs constantly are caving out from under the characters, and it's just
the robots
a flurry
are really
of arms and legs.
Really flippity-dippity. The robots are real wiggly all around, ragdolly.
Yeah, so you're watching 5 other things grapple with each other trying to grab one block, and I'm just off in the corner come on this is worth 6 points, come on.
I did actually find that the AI was poor enough in the block stacking one that I was done in a couple of minutes tops. Just I would get 4 points, and it would drop the plus 12 and be like, oh, I'm gonna grab that, and 20 points. There we go. I'm done.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the best part about it is the fact that like the game's never out like they would say, oh, do you have 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna take forever, and it just like, nope, your game's probably not gonna last that long, and I kind of like that because it doesn't overstay its welcome. It never felt like it was dragging.
Yeah.
My soccer match was like 9-1. That felt like it was dragging.
Soccer.
That
And the
felt like
soccer
it
was
dragging.
kind of Rocket League-esque.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, you get into the goal and the whole thing explodes.
And everybody flies back.
But also they did a good job, like where the idea was that when you grab the ball, it starts to like time down till it explodes. So you have to like get rid of it. So it just you can't hold the ball longer than like 5 seconds or else it blows up. So it's really like grab the ball. That's when I was jetpacking and then whipping it across the map, and I definitely was destroying goalies on that one.
Yep. And did anybody get to the one that was like party animals or gang beasts?
No.
Yes, there was one
Okay.
where they put me on a stage and there was lava on the floor, and you're just pushing each other off sumo style
Yep.
to the last one standing.
Yeah, that one I think I enjoyed the most, just because I mean I have a lot of fun playing those games with you guys, so I was like, I got this, and I was constantly the last person on there. I didn't care that my teammates kept falling in. I was pushing them in. That's how competitive I was. I was like, yeah, you grab him, and then just drop kick both of them off the stage.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
And then there's a dedicated like cheer button,
Yeah, there is.
and lots of like there's lots of cosmetics, and there's a lot of like stuff like that. There's a lot here. The battle, like a little bit of a battle pass. There's some good
Battle
amount of
pass?
content here.
Love
Was
it.
it?
Battle Pass.
Battle pass?
Yeah.
Love me a battle pass. Not really.
So there was some good. There's a lot of good content here, and I really like that.
Yeah, Botsu was a lot of fun. Definitely put that one on the old wish list.
And it's going to be early access, so I think that this might be ripe for a beta breakdown for all of us.
You see how he did that?
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, oh, well, just throw this in. Yeah, now you have to play it.
Play video games with me.
You said
I-
you liked something? Content.
I'm off the hook. I already did a beta
No,
breakdown
I want all of
for
everybody
the
to play
first
video
month of the
games with
year,
me.
and now he's trying to take me on a road trip to get bad pizza.
It's not bad pizza. It's
It's
quality
bad
pizza.
It's not.
It is
quality
not
pizza.
quality.
Italian. It's a nice little Italian
It is
hot spot.
situationally good.
It's, depends on how much you've had to drink coming into it.
Little Italian hot spot that I know of.
No, stop it. Nobody wants to go to Savaro's with you. All right? All right. Okay, all right. Last beta that we broke... No, we didn't break down anybody's. Last early adopter that we had this week.
There you go.
Cosmogonic Overflow. Imagine, if you will, a choose-your-own-adventure book.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I got, guys.
That's all you need. That's all
Yeah.
you need, really.
I like it. It was a 1D Metroidvania. You got to go forwards and backwards, revisit the places that you've been, find new keywords and new abilities for combat.
Yeah.
And-
So it's and you go page by page.
It had
Yes. Very
typing.
cool. You flip the
It had
page.
clicking. It had everything that I look for in a desktop application.
And if you click it and move it around, the book would shift, and the images were 3D like pop-up style book.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, so if you like try to shift the book around, it would shift, and the image would be 3D, which was very cool. I got like it would do things like, oh, here's a door and blah blah blah, and it's like, and then if you like knew the passcode, it was enter the passcode, and you press it, and it goes go to page 36, and it would flip through all the pages, and then all of a sudden you're at page 36, and it's like, oh, that's cool. It is like a choose your own adventure. Like it really does that. And there were like things where the book was like the pages were ripped out, and so you would just continue on, and then all of a sudden you would find the page, which I could not figure that one. That's where I stopped because I could not figure out what to do.
Oh, there's an option to paste the page in there.
Option or
Yeah.
was there an action?
An
I
action.
had- there was.
Yeah, in action.
I kept typing and paste.
No, you had to select the object, and then there was paste as a part of the object.
Oh yeah, there was something I could. Yeah, I didn't know what to do there because like I kept trying to paste it and it wouldn't let me. So I was like, oh okay.
Yep.
But it was very cool. I really liked what I saw here. Joel, did you get a chance to play this one?
I did. I got maybe 4 or 5 pages in. I got stuck at. There's a point where I think it's like the first time that they let you give you the option to go, not just forward or back, but there's actually like an option above to click, and then you turn the page, and it was a dial that you had to turn in order to unlock the number and get the passcode on the side. I went through those steps, but then when I went back, the next page didn't have a step forward. So
you had to go back to the tunnel and squeeze.
Yep.
Yeah, because you learned that you could squeeze through small spots.
He's like, you should go back and squeeze into stuff, and I was like, you could word that a little bit better, but all right, I'll do it.
Yeah. But it's very cool. It's very well illustrated.
Yeah, illustrated.
Definitely.
The question I have is, did you guys figure out, like, well, I did not understand the combat. I beat it, that fight, but I had no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
I did a few rounds of it, and then it said that there was an option for auto combat, and I was like, ooh, let's do that. And I ended up in a draw. Because it's like you're stacking
attacks, but they don't go until they're full?
I don't know.
Dude, you got me. I also have no idea.
I mean, I almost died, for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It was interesting. I like that they at least had here are the rules of combat. Read it in this glossary. And I was like, okay, at least there's that. But I just was like, it was not reading in a way that I understood. So I was like, oh, okay. Well,
oh, yeah, I blacked out.
Probably wing it. Yeah, I kind of winged it. So
I was reading it, and I was like, wait. I just like let it do it itself, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Auto combat. Go, do it. Are you doing it? All right, fantastic.
Yeah, it was very good. So I like this one. I thought that it was a cool concept.
That was Cosmogonic Overflow. Guys, quick, let's turn to page 34. Oh, no. Oh, come on. It just says take a break here.
You were supposed to put your thumb on the previous page.
Yeah, that's a skill issue, Daddy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to take a break anyway. Hey, news. I heard you like news. So the biggest news of the week is that Alex and I are going to go see the Borderlands movie in August.
That right?
Really?
Wait. No, wait. Did? Googling.
Hold on. Let's see if it's true. Let's see if Alex can determine it.
When did that happen? When did they get a release date?
Oh, it's
Wait,
happening.
Hold on. We got to.
It's happening.
No, that's a fake teaser. That's not a real thing.
I don't know if it's accurate or not. I just saw somebody say that it was coming out in August, so I had to throw it in there.
That date's there, and there's like fake teasers online.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's not real.
I am all about this hype train.
According to IMDb, it's August 9th.
No, that's what I'm saying. The date has been given, but there really wasn't.
Hey, Alex, what are you doing on August 9th?
Going to Sabaros. No, of course I'm going to see this movie with you. I like Borderlands.
Good news. There's a Savaros at Woodfield. We could just go there, and then.
So they make a pretty. You know, like Chicago pizza. They have cheese crust, and then sauce on top of that. There is the Sabaros. They have one with no sauce on top. It's just cheese crust. That's a cheese pie. It is delicious. Little bacon bits on the top.
No, he's trying to sell this.
But did you know at Lou Malnati's you can get a pizza where the entire crust is made out of sausage and cheese?
You know, I was actually just about to say how much I don't like Lou Malnati's until you said that, and I was like, well, that sounds all right. That sounds all right.
Sign me up for one of them triple bypasses.
Yeah, oh yes.
I've had the KFC bowl, and I've had the double down twice. So why not?
I remember getting one of those bowls, and you were there. I have serious life regrets.
I don't.
That thing was not. I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, I like the bowls. The bowls are delicious.
I needed to check it off on my list, but I did not enjoy it. That's fine. But you know what I did enjoy? Some of these news stories. So let's talk about those. All right. Home Safety Hotline goes 1.0. We played that game.
Yep.
At least the demo.
It's a really cool looking game. So I think I'm gonna one of my first purchases of the year.
Wow. You see that? The first of many. So now Alex has to finish that game before Persona 3 Reloaded comes out so that he can be ready for when Final Fantasy VII Part 2 comes out. You're really setting yourself up for success this year, Alex.
Joke's on you, Getty. It's 2.5 hours.
How many hours long does Persona 3?
Like 4.
Like
like
over
5
100,
hours.
but let's see.
It's only like 4 or 5 hours. Alex has got this.
All right.
Don't worry about him.
It's 65. And that's the original.
Only.
65 to 80. 65 to 80.
Only 65.
To 80.
You could do better than that. I think you could get at least 100 out of it. No?
I absolutely think that I will.
You think so?
Yes.
Will you get all 100 hours in before you jump over to Final Fantasy?
No.
And you still got 16 to finish, right?
Yes.
Okay. You start Liza P yet?
Oh, I didn't buy it yet.
All right. I know you weren't going to play Armored Core. Just checking to see where
Oh,
you're
no.
at with some of these
Armored
games.
Core, like that's the problem with it, is that I have to pick the blockbusters very accordingly. But like, you know, Armored Core is a phenomenal game that I do want to play. Like, it's a want.
He's not going to play that.
Yeah. I mean, I want to.
One of these days when they finally patch all the boss fights so that
But
you
I think
don't want to
also
kill
like
yourself.
Alan Wake is on that list as well. Alan Wake 2. So it's
Nah, you're not going to play that. That's not an Alex game. All right.
I've been able to call the Getty games more than you've called the Alex games.
I don't think that you're going to enjoy that.
That's fine. Also, wait, we have to talk about at some point we got to talk about our White Elephant games.
No, we don't have to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, man, it's like the third week of January. I got so much I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me some time. I haven't even given a date for when Dishonored is due, so let's...
You're also the one pushing me. Like, I'm doing something. Like, I'm playing games, buddy. I'm checking things off.
Yeah, he's probably finished like, what, 30, 40 games already this year? No, that can't be accurate. 2. He's finished 2. All right.
That list is not accurate.
What do you mean it's not accurate? You're supposed to update the beat list when you beat a game. Alex? Stupid smile. Now I'm worried.
This is a project, Getty, and you know it. This is a secret project. Just keep going.
What secret? This is... we don't have secrets on this podcast.
He's got a secret list so he can have random just drops of games.
Oh, yeah? You think so?
Yeah. They're
Just tell me when.
They're timed releases.
Just tell me when. Just tell me when.
Well,
Mr.
there's
Joel,
no time
who's going to
like
beat me in the beat list this year?
Oh, snap.
You said it, not me.
You absolutely said it. We're off topic now.
There's no proof.
You absolutely said
There's no proof I said that.
This is my favorite
There
part of
is
the podcast.
textual proof. I have screenshots.
There's screenshots. Now we're all in trouble.
Screenshots.
All right. We'll try and make it through the news, but that was way more entertaining in my opinion. Foam Stars comes out February 6th.
What's this game?
Is this another... go ahead.
It's Splatoon, but you're shooting foam.
And you're just
less
people.
ambiguous about what it is.
But it's kind of fun. They're doing a free PlayStation Plus for the first couple months to try to get the fan base a la Rocket League. But it's also kind of funny because they keep saying like, please stop comparing us to Splatoon. But it's like, well, then maybe don't make a game where you're just trying to fill a map with colors.
Stop being Splatoon.
But I mean, it's Square Enix, so whatever.
You guys even trying? No. We don't have to try.
Since, what is it? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can provide.
Yeah.
And that's why I dress like Alex.
I've
Checks out.
Checks out. Yeah.
All right. Until Dawn movie in the works by way of director of Shazam, the first one?
Yeah.
David F. Sandberg. What is the significance of having him as a director? I feel like an Until Dawn movie could potentially be good.
There's no significance so much as there's just like the guy doesn't have the worst track record. I did not like the Shazam movie, but I also think that it is not the worst movie that has ever existed. So that means that there is a pedigree of like, oh, okay,
this could be a movie.
No, more
High
like this
accolades.
could be like there are lots of directors who like make okay movies and all of a sudden have like an amazing one. So I'm kind of like, oh, okay. You could put something that you could hit that mark where all of a sudden it's like, oh man, this guy came out of nowhere.
My question is, horror movie or suspense thriller?
They're gonna make it a suspense thriller. I feel like we're gonna get the entire audience. And blah, blah, blah.
There were elements of horror in Until Dawn. It wasn't until you hit absolutely. Close to the second act where it really started to get supernatural, though.
But I just think that they want the wider audience. They don't want the niche audience.
I'm intrigued. I would also like to know. Did they announce if some of the people from the game are going to be available for the movie?
Somebody check Rami Malek's schedule.
Quick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you pull a big name like that, maybe I'd be more inclined to go see it.
His star has fallen.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I mean, he just hasn't done much since, like, the Freddie Mercury movie.
May our star fall as high as his does.
You got high hopes, man.
Yeah, and if you look at what's her name, Hayden Panettiere, right? She ain't done nothing.
Well, that's just offensive. Wasn't there a hero?
And so is that guy from Agents of
week?
S.H.I.E.L.D. The guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ain't done nothing.
Yeah, that guy.
Which guy?
The guy that was like the
like
first
the
season hero?
Secret
kind of
antagonist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, well. Well, if they're not busy, maybe they'll make a special guest appearance in the film.
Yeah.
Big news for Alex this week is Rock Band 4 finishing up their DLC and end of life.
Sad
it's
news.
big news for me. But I think the idea is cool, the fact that they have still been putting out, like, there's like over like 200 songs in Rock Band.
200?
I think you mean 2,000.
Is it 2,000?
Yeah.
200?
28,000.
I said over.
Technically true.
My statement is technically true.
Over Super GG Radio with over 50 episodes.
Technically true.
Prove me wrong.
But it's I think this is all kind of going along with, well, like, they're moving on to the Fortnite, whatever that thing is called.
Yeah.
Fortnite, whatever that's called.
Joel, do you remember what it's called?
No.
Fortnite.
Their Guitar Hero.
Fortnite Festival.
Yeah.
Festival. There you go.
Like Burning Man.
So,
Technically not wrong.
No one's arguing, Getty. You're acting as if like it's a
Super
revelation.
GG Radio. Technically, we're mostly right.
Nobody's
Technically right?
Nobody's
Oh,
corrected
alright.
us yet.
Nobody, except for that one time. But we don't talk about that one time.
Next
You said we
Silence.
don't
I
talk
like it.
about it.
Silence.
Yeah, you don't talk about it, so let's not talk about it. What's
Hey,
next?
Alex, but you know what we will talk about?
What's that?
PopCap has soft launched? Like, it's out now? Oh.
Yes and no. It's
Plants vs. Zombies 3, but not in U.S. I suppose U.S. means the United States.
Plants vs. Zombies 3 it's shadow dropped on the iOS in like the UK and Australia and like one other place.
Don't keep me away from it. I need that. I need Plants vs. Zombies.
Well, I mean, they've been doing the like Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, which is like the first person shooter for a while. But all of a sudden now, like it's been like I remember when they did Plants vs. Zombies 2 and how big of a difference it was. Mm-hmm. Like they added like a world map and all this other extra stuff. So I could see that like them trying to like, oh, okay, we're gonna keep like we finally are gonna expand again. And it's been a long time. Like, do you remember when Plants vs. Zombies 2 came out?
2013.
Yeah, so it's been 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Well,
So, I mean, it's time, and those games are fun. I beat 1 and 2 on iOS. I mean, they have endings and stuff.
he beat them. They're on the beat list.
Is the crazy conspiracy garbage man still in the lore?
You know
he was in
is.
part 2, but again, it's been 10 years. He was also in Garden Warfare, I think. They made Garden Warfare 1 and 2.
Okay.
I just like the way he talked to me, where it was like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." All right, Fall Guys. Oh no, come on. Why?
Yeah, it's like Fall Guys. It's not
Fall Guys styled Sonic the Hedgehog spin-off in the works. All right, I don't need to talk about that. Pass. Anybody?
Okay.
Anybody? No.
You can
All
go
right.
for it.
No.
You can
It's,
continue.
we're just saying Sonic the Hedgehog to say Sonic the Hedgehog here. Rocksteady founders have left to start their own studio with more hookers and blackjack, right? That's the stipulation.
Always.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So Rocksteady founders have left their own studio now that Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is finished. You know what that means?
It's more the fact of that I think that they're kind of seeing that the way that games are being made over at Rockstar are changing. Obviously, with the live service, poor reception of Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, and I think that the founders kind of want to make the games they want to make, whether that's Batman or not. They've done they have a pretty good pedigree of games. So it's like, they want to make the games they want to make, and that might not be possible anymore. So do it yourself.
Similar thing happened with the devs who broke off from Call of Duty to do Titanfall, right? Because that studio started with the couple of heads from the makers of Call of Duty to branch off to make that series. So it has that sort of like lineation from the forebearers.
I mean, I think isn't that how Destiny came about, right?
Bungie, right? Because they broke off from Microsoft. Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Last but not least, there's some Xbox thing today. Is that what this is? First look at Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah.
I hear you get
There
to punch
was,
Nazis.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Yeah, Alec, do you know about these kind of games these guys make?
No, I don't.
Machine Games were part of the revitalization of Wolfenstein.
Oh, nice.
So the new action craziness of the Wolfenstein games, and watching like the gameplay and the development pieces of this, it looks really cool. They know what to do when it comes like first person. You're whipping people. and your whip also has is grappling hook kind of capabilities. You got the pistol. I don't know if that's Harrison Ford, but it sure sounds like Indiana Jones to me. And that's really it's got the spirit. The cutscenes, it's like Indiana Jones is talking about a mystery, and all of a sudden, you see shadow just come over with just light on his eyes, just like this, just like the movies. It's really cinematic in that way. The cutscenes look good, but also still kind of look like Wolfenstein, which is kind of weird. And they're focusing more on puzzle aspects of this, so there is more puzzling. As far as trying to get out of tombs and stuff like that, and it just looks all around a very cool experience. So I think that I was a little surprised that Machine Games, after they did Wolfenstein, those two games, and it was just such a really vulgar and really out there. At one point,
Nope, never happened.
Your wife pregnant with twins is topless shooting double AK-47s after her shirt was on fire. That was a wild thing to happen in Wolfenstein. So now,
Alex, what do you expect for her to do if her shirt was on fire?
But also now Indiana Jones, and I'm like, that's so crazy. But it looks what we've seen now. It is definitely a very hype game. It looks really good.
Well, now we have to play it.
Yeah. It's a plan.
All right, get on it.
Okay.
Are you playing it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Still installing.
But you know what you can play?
What's that?
Any of the freebies that we have this week.
Freebies.
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 Ready to
That's
do
when
this?
you get 13 bees because you only ordered a dozen, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how that works.
I mean, that's happened to you before, right, Alec?
Absolutely has.
Yeah. Did they just hand you a handful of bees?
No, you get a wooden box with
With bees?
about 1,000 bees in there.
About 1,000? So if
Yeah.
you count them and you get more than 1,000, is it like, oh yeah,
It's
It
a
is.
freebie.
it's freebies
They
day?
sell them by weight.
Ah,
Do they have?
Alright.
But is it pre-cooked meat or?
No, you don't eat the bees. You put them in a hive and then they give you honey.
Do they have names?
he
Yeah,
names
well,
them.
only the queen has a name.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Only the elite class get proper notification, or we're all.
Down with the oligarchy.
Yep.
Why do you think the main name that you hear on this podcast is everybody saying Alex? The rest of us are pawns and rubes.
I thought we were going to be talking about the real queen bee, Beyonce.
So freebies this week. Ready for this?
Yep, I'm ready.
We got Love on the Epic Game Store.
That's a weird word to describe it. It's a reductive platforming game. It looks to be like an Atari game, but it's very fast paced. Platforming, like VVVVV.
Yep.
So, Love on Epic Game Store. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, there's been
Alright.
a few out. I played the third one, and it's really solid. It's
The third one, what?
Love 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So if it's anything like
There's at least 3 of them?
there's at least 3. So if it's anything like that, it's going to be a very solid, simple platform.
Okay.
Cool.
Next up, we got Bitty Night over on Steam.
Fast-paced, challenging 2D top-down mini roguelike with random levels and 30 power-ups. Kind of looks a little bit like what was it? Enter the Gungeon. So a little bit like Enter the Gungeon. You're a knight going through dungeons, try to slay the final boss to escape the mini dungeon in Bitty Night.
Next is Seasons of Rocco over on Steam.
Seasons of Rocco. Help Rocco prepare for the winter season by gathering and sorting fruit at his treehouse. This is 3D kind of character platforming action. You're a little raccoon. little garbage can, like a garbage can lid hat. Isn't that just adorable? Love it. And you're just going around collecting fruit and organizing. A little cozy game. Adding to library.
Yep. Next, Manor Madness on Steam.
You've been accepted to Polter High as a ghost in training. You will learn how to scare people away from your assigned manor. At the end, it will be time for your final test before becoming a fully certified poltergeist.
Nice.
Yeah, it's you turn into stuff and you scare people, but it's not multiplayer. It's fully just like a game where you're trying to scare people out of the house, and that's pretty fun.
And last up is Pizza Synthwave over on Steam.
It's first person. You're a parkouring astronaut in a retro neon dreamlike world, hurling through the vastness of space in order to get the last slice of pizza. Wall run, jump, climb, use your grappling hook and portals to get to the fastest time. For fans of Mirror's Edge, Beat Saber, and CS:GO, surfing.
I don't know that the three of those things are, okay, whatever. That's how you described it. That's fine.
I mean, I again, this one's like just a first person, like the cluster truck, first person parkour. So it looks really cool. It's very neon, and again, adding to inventory.
When you get like the Steam suggestions, it's like, hey, I noticed that you played 52 hours of Persona 5 Tactica. You definitely like, and then like Counter-Strike Go. No. Why? Is that okay? All right. You're on a watch list somewhere, Alex. But
you know it.
The moral of the story is,
I Google way too many dangerous things.
Specifically
because of you.
Don't make me. It's my fault. Don't make bets. Your buns can't hold. So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna pour some water on some hot dog buns, and see where we end up. And we're back with the Backlog Blog, where we play games where Alex is on a roll. A warm, buttery roll.
Ooh, I made banana bread. I made banana bread.
Cinnamon toast.
That's real good with
butter.
It's real good with butter.
I could go for some monkey bread.
Just a big old bread shaped like a monkey.
No, it's like
yeah.
cinnamon rolls all in a giant ball, and you just pull chunks off. It's delicious.
Yeah, and you
I've
yell
ever
at
had
it.
that.
You yell at it,
yes.
and you slap the biscuit dough while you're making it, and you go, no. And
Not my circus. Not my monkeys.
No. And then when you're eating it, you're like, yeah. And then you realize that it's so many calories, and you shouldn't be eating it. But anyway, Alex, tell us about
very private. Game.
Tell us about Lethal Company.
All right. This is I was.
You have 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds.
This I was suggested to by our editor Brock, and Lethal Company is also very hot right now. A lot of people are talking about it as like a very fun, situational, like you make your own kind of silliness to it. The game is essentially a multiplayer roguelike game. You are on a spaceship, and you're supposed to go and collect goods that you sell. So your spaceship lands on a randomized, procedurally generated planet, and you're going through these factory hallways in the dark, and you get a flashlight that has limited battery, but you have to buy that. And why I say that way is that you're trying to get enough money. The roguelike is after, say, 3 days, which is 3 trips to different factories, you collect enough of random junk, bring it back to your ship, and then you sell it all. And after 3 days, they say, okay, your quota was to get $150, and if you made it, fantastic. Then the game keeps going. Now you have to get $250 or whatever it is, and it keeps you have 3 days to go do it, and it keeps escalating that you have to keep getting more and more junk. going through these factories, though, there are like, gaps where you can fall through, and also randomly generated monsters.
Nice.
Describe the monsters in detail.
Yeah.
Well, there's like giant centipedes, spider people, like
What
weird
makes them
slimes that will
spider
eat you.
people? You say spider people, but what is
Spider
it?
with human face.
So not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. Continue.
Slimes that'll eat you. There was all sorts of different monsters that I saw, and but it's like it's also got like it's not really like a lot of stuff that's like not quite explained, but you could figure out, which is that there's like on the ship you can go to the computer and you can kind of see that people are moving, or like your team is moving around. A little bit of phasmophobia where there's locational audio. So if like you guys can split up, but you start to hear them fainter and fainter away, and you're like, hey, is everybody here? Is anybody? Is that guys? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And then all of a sudden you hear them far away. Also, if you die, your audio cuts. So if you die away from everybody, all of a sudden they're like, "Where's Alex? Where's Alex? Holy crap! Do we stay? Do we leave? Do we stay? Do we leave? Do we look for him? But there's a monster here. I feel like." And then it's like I got eaten by a monster and I can't warn anybody. So
That's nice that they built that in.
Yeah, it's made. The game is made to put you in these little silly situations, and again, like when I was playing with Brock and his friend, all of a sudden like I'd be like looking at a thing. I'm like, oh, I found like a piece of metal on the ground. I'm gonna sell this, and I'm like gonna pick it up, and all of a sudden I see Brock running by, going run, 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 run. I'm like, what just happened? And all of a sudden a centipede comes and like decimates me. I'm like, oh god.
Thanks for the warning.
And then I can watch and hear them what they're doing, and you just hear them like the whole time, like, you hear Brock go, Alex is gone, we have to go. And the other guy goes, no, I can get him. We could get him back. We could find him. And like at one point, I got trapped with a monster outside the door, and Brock just bailed on me. And his friend goes, no, he's not dead yet. We can go find him. And Brock goes, he's dead. He's dead. We can't get him.
Man, Brock is ruthless.
Yeah,
The way that you
that was the
describe
joke
this-
of the whole night, was that Brock just kept going like, nope, they're dead. Let's keep moving.
So in every scenario, he just
Yeah.
left you to die?
Not every scenario, but yes, there was a lot of scenarios. And so you're trying to get enough stuff to raise money, but you're also just trying not to die. And everything's randomized, so there are also a lot of like little gaps in the scaffolding, but it's mostly, the one thing is that it's not built to impress, so it is just like hallway, dark, flashlight, light, okay, there's nothing. And then sometimes there's like vents, sometimes there's like steam that you can like turn off valves, but for the most part it's like random item, grab, carry outside, etc.
Sometimes there's something.
Yeah. And like they've been playing for a while, so they're like, if you look up at the ceiling, there's these things that will drop down and just kill you. And I'm like, okay, so I have to look at the ceilings now. So it's just, the more you play, the more monsters you see, the more stuff like they've been adding new monsters. But it's just very funny. It's very like it's not meant to be funny. It's spooky, but it's made like it's also built with that oh, this is gonna make people laugh. This is gonna be a real silly situation, and it's very good. I like Lethal Company. I only played it like an hour or two with him, but I like when you sell your stuff, you just go to a random building, like a real big, just like building, and there's like a little window, and you ring the bell, and all of a sudden, and you put your stuff there, you ring the bell, and a tentacle will come out and grab it, and then tell you how much money you got.
Nice.
But Brock, like a jerk, goes, if it's not coming fast enough, just hit the bell a bunch. So I just hit the bell a bunch, and the thing came out and killed me. Like a tentacle came out and
Oh,
just yeah, it's very funny. It's a overall a real good package, and I think it was like $8 or something. It's not a whole lot of money, so
It is currently $10.
there you go.
American.
I got it on sale. It was like $8.
sure he did.
Yeah. So yeah, Lethal Company. If you guys ever want to play it, I'll play it with you guys. I'll play it with whoever. That game's real silly.
Sure, he's trying to get us to play games again, guys.
I don't know what that's about.
No. This is like third time this episode where he offered to play games with us. It's really weird.
That's so lonely.
He's coming off as desperate. The most conversations I have are with my 3-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. I need company. Lethal Company. There we go.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Next up, Joel, tell me about Skibidi Toilet Tower Defense. No Skibidi, just regular toilet tower defense.
No Skibidi. Okay. Yeah.
No Skibidi.
I like the way you work it. Yeah. No Skibidi. So this is your Roblox check-in. As some might remember, my kids very much like Roblox, and by proxy, I end up playing or trying some of their stuff. Pet Sim 99 was a prior one. Doors was another one. Today, I am here to talk Toilet Tower Defense. So, as Diddy alluded to, this is a game based off of the Skibidi Toilet YouTube series.
Oh, yeah?
It is.
It really is?
It really is. Yes, it is. The funny thing is that this is the second iteration of this thing, too. So, my kids found this game half a year ago. I don't know, maybe something like that. And then they came very unhappy because they told me that the creator of Skibidi Toilet took the game down. and then that somehow we have a new one here and everything's better now. So this game is a tower defense game. Quite literally, it is 1 to 2 tracks. You have the starting side, you have the end side. The end side has like a pool of health for you. The starting side, enemies feed down the track. You have to put units on or around the track to block or attack or utilize abilities in order to prevent them from getting to the end. It is dumb. Like it's
I can imagine.
It's very it's very old PC game dumb, which I mean that's kind of Roblox in a nutshell. It's like old bad PC games, but it's tied to like a really functionally competent tower defense game too. So like you're playing this garbage where your robot camera man people fighting off a race of toilet monsters with heads popping out at the top of them and making all sorts of weird noises and stuff. It's so strange. But then you have a system where the units are actually quite varied in what they can do. There are certain characters that end up being like money generators or multipliers for each round. It goes 50 rounds before you get to the end of a run. And so that creates a neat, like, I'm going to accelerate my pool of money to buy more units to put on the ground. There are a huge area of effect ones with cameras that'll float around and just shock things. And it goes on to several different types. So if you've got a decent set of units to play, then it actually feels like a fairly fully functional thing. I've got the benefit of 2 kids that play these games, and so I inherited a lot of decent units from them trading without me knowing. So I can't imagine how much more or less fun it would be if you just had to start fresh and not throw any money at this thing. They give you money rewards for finishing a round that you can use to buy like loot box, unit things. But I don't think the drop rate's great for those. So, yeah, I mean, functionally, a surprisingly fun game. Very dumb looking. If you have somebody to play with, it's fun. Even better if you know somebody who has been buying a lot of stuff in it that even their garbage is good stuff. So hang out with that rich friend, and yeah, I've put more time into a Skibidi Toilet game than I thought I ever would.
And yet you still don't know the rich lore.
I think I explained it just fine.
You don't have to go and watch 30 hours of YouTube videos to understand.
It's 20 minutes.
It's 20 hours. Says the guy who's actively out on the internet day after day looking for spoilers.
I already know the plot to the Fantastic Four movie.
Look, see, that is unnecessary, sir.
There's a Fantastic Four movie?
No.
In the next 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. But Alex knows what it's about.
At least the initial scripts.
Yep,
I
sure.
mean, it's a superhero movie. Don't we know what they're all about at this point?
Kinda.
No, the Fantastic Four are particularly awesome movies.
I've just become jaded, I think.
No,
I think I've seen all 4 of them.
You have seen you mean the most recent 4, not any of the ones that never saw the light of day, right?
There are 3 and then 1 unreleased one.
I thought that there was more than one unreleased one. So the nice thing about, I think Alex has explained this before, but the nice thing about some of the rights to these movies is that if you don't use them, then you lose the rights and they go back out and somebody else can pick them up. I believe it was Fox who has at least one Fantastic Four movie that never saw the light of day.
Oh, wait. Oh, did they pick one that was... No, I didn't know that. I only know the one that was like almost like a straight-to-TV movie.
I don't even think it made it to TV. That's how awful
No,
it was.
it got canceled a long time ago, but it's on YouTube now.
So there you go.
There we go. We can
So if
all
you ever
tear our eyes out.
really want to see something awful, Alex will show you his YouTube search history.
It's gotten weird.
Your YouTube history?
Yeah, I found a weird
Yeah, I
genre of
figured.
stuff that I'm in a weird spot.
I don't know. He was calling mine weird. I don't know why. Like I can
I mean,
only
but it's more like I
imagine-
just don't like I just have like found my YouTube needs have been like different lately than I'm normal. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm just like weirdly.
You know what that means?
Just how
I'm
much
terrified
how
by
much
it.
Jordan Peterson is in your feed now?
Who is Jordan Peterson?
Oh.
Google?
That makes me sad that I know him and you don't.
I have no idea either.
I don't know who this is. A psychologist?
Psychologist, conservative mouthpiece.
No, no, we're not. I'll tell you off air. It's a weird spot I'm in. Some of the stuff.
Oh,
I
if you
can see
can't
that-
tell, it's on air.
Alec is like positioning his cursor to move on to the next segment, so I'm going to do that. Let's go over to One Last Thing. And this week's One Last Thing is brought to you by Day One Games. Who dis? Alex?
I don't know why we're doing this.
Day One Games.
Shout out to Getty trying to constantly force me to like, you're going to play this game, right? And you're going to play this game?
Hey,
and you're going
Alex.
to play this game.
I'm trying to set you up so that we can look at me. Hey, look at me in the eyes. I want to talk about these games on the podcast someday. And if you're not going to play them, then I can only, lightly touch the subject matter so I don't spoil it for anyone, even though you've already read the spoilers and seen the ending to Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Because I imagine that you've already done that. Yeah, you have?
Yep.
He's sick. Guys, he's sick. He needs help.
I'm enjoying my life is good. I'm
Do you
enjoying
have
my life
more
right now.
fun watching the movie or looking on the hunt for the spoilers for the scripts and stuff?
He says both.
Oh, it's
He
watching.
argues
it's,
both.
It's watching, but the thing is though is that hearing about it early is also like an enjoyment too. Like I enjoy like, oh, then this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen. I'm like, that sounds ridiculous. I can't imagine that ever happening. I can't wait to see it happen. It's like that kind of thing where I get more hype out of it than like Eddie is like, well, now I just don't want to see it. And I'm like, no, I actually want to see it more now. So that's where I'm at, is I want to see it more now because I'm just like, oh man, that seems wild, or that seems super dumb and looks bad and sounds bad. I bet it'll be bad. Can't wait to see it. Let's see it.
It's the meme of the guy behind the tree, just like looking out.
Oh,
licking
yes.
his lips.
It's Anthony. It's Anthony Anderson. Show some respect.
All right, one last thing. My one last thing is, I've made it to Act 3 of Baldur's Gate.
Nice.
That act is it's never going to end. I think I'm at least 20 hours into Act 3, and I still need to collect 2 more shards of something. I don't know what there's so much going on. It's just so
Did
much.
you feel like it's putting you towards a hallway?
No,
of, like,
it's the funniest thing. Like, the whole lead up to this point, it's like, yeah, you really should hurry up. Like, you really gotta like go. And I was like, all right, I'm going. And I swear that in Act 3, I've taken more long rests, so I've had more days elapse than any other part of the game. And I'm just like, all right, I guess I need another long rest. And then like I have a ridiculously epic battle, and I'm like, all right, I guess I have time to rest. It seems like there's no consequences, so.
But what I mean though is that do you feel like the story is now like it's less open ended?
No, it's insane.
Okay. All right, that's cool. That's funny.
It was like, hey, remember that time you killed a hag in Act 1? She's back. Like, what do you mean she's back?
now
I
she's
saw her
pissed.
die. Like,
Now she's
I
pissed.
put her 6 feet under. It's like, yeah. Now she's eating kids. She's eating kids now.
This sounds a little too familiar.
Yeah. All right, Alex.
I took over Joel's spot for being the bad guy for video game homework. I'm like, oh, I've beaten Dishonored, and I've done the the more like the better ending. So
No kill
I'm
run.
being the bad guy, and it's kind of been really freeing to like remove that morality choice for me, because I've gotten 3 different game over screens already, because it's like NPC, nope, murder, and then it's like, no, game just gonna end now. This is not how it works. You can't continue. And I was like, oh, okay, whoops, can't kill you. And the next person like, hey, I'm here to upgrade your gear. Too bad, murder. Oh no, can't do that. Okay, I'm learning. and I'm just like, so they like one of the things they give you bottles to use for distraction purposes, and I'm just like, bottle, whip it at someone's face, bottle, and it's like everybody like, oh, here's like a guard. And I'm like, hey, sweet, found a bottle, throw, bottle, throw, and at some point I'm just by myself, bottle. It's like breaking, and then at one point there's like a trap, and I'm like, oh crap, I broke all the bottles. I can't get around this trap. So it's kind of bitten me in the butt, but I just keep yelling, bad guy. Like, this hag is like, hey, can you go take care of this guy? And I'm like, sure. And these guys are like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, stab. Like, it tries to give me a conversation prompt. It's like, do you want to do anything? And I'm like, nope, stab. Bad guy. So I'm having fun.
He is leaning into this. Joel,
I'm the bad guy.
do you feel... Well, Joel, it's your turn for one last thing, so I'll hand it over to you.
Did you have a question?
I was going to say, how do you feel having to compete with Alex about being the bad guy?
I'm good with it. Like he's going for the more visceral bad person kind of thing, and my stuff is a little bit more like morality stuff. So I feel like there are a couple different lanes that can be walked in. So
Wheel of morality, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should
Thank you,
learn.
Animaniacs.
Yes.
you know what I miss are cheat codes in video games. I miss when you didn't have to pay money to unlock things. In the spirit of that, I'd like to offer a cheat code for anybody who is playing this game. Today's game is Warcraft 2: Tides of Darkness. And
Okay, listening.
It's a deep cut.
If you are stretched on cash, you can type in the message prompt "glittering prizes." You'll get 10,000 gold, 5,000 lumber,
this.
and 5,000 oil.
Very nice.
I also like. Was it Today is a Good Day to Die?
Yep. That's invincibility.
That is another cheat code from back in the day.
I just remember IDDFQ for Doom 2.
I remember.
ID clip.
Oh gosh.
I've never played any of these games.
In Warcraft, if you click on a sheep enough times, they just explode.
This is also true. Good. This is a blast from the past. Yeah. I just want to make sure Joel's content with his one last thing.
I'm set.
I mean, I am. Okay. Alec?
Tomorrow I am not looking at houses for once this week, so I'm going to start up American Arcadia.
Nice.
You have to finish it.
You do.
Yeah.
One sitting.
Joel beat it.
I don't know about that.
No, you don't have to do it in one sitting. I'm just kidding.
No, it's kind of long.
It is nice where you can break it up over several sittings.
Maybe
Nice.
maybe break it up per car accident.
No, there's only...
I think the chapter breaks
That's
are
3
a
sittings.
reasonable stop point.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. We're all good? Oh, yeah. And that'll be it for this week's episode of Super GG Radio. Before we go, you can find us on X, formerly Twitter, at Super GG Radio, and twitch.tv/Super GG Radio, where if you look at our page, it just says we have Deep Rock Galactic. But in reality, we have a bunch of stuff that we're airing. If it's Thursday, you might be watching our podcast, much like tonight. Mondays, Joel is being the bad guy. And finishing Disco Elysium. Yes. Soon.
I think I've heard that you're finishing Disco Elysium like 17 times now.
You really have.
Soon.
I am still
you're milking
finishing
that
it. It just may not be at a pace that you prefer.
Yeah, Alex.
That we prefer?
Yeah.
No. He said you.
I don't care. You beat it at whatever you want.
Wednesdays, Alex is being the bad guy.
I had a really good time playing Dishonored. I want to continue doing that. It's very fun, and I also just like the idea that I just don't have to worry anymore. I'm just like, I don't care.
I mean, once you get that no-kill run...
Like, some guy walked up to me and he's like, hey, should you be here? And I was like, nope, bam, shotgun in the face. Okay, let's keep going. Bad guy.
That's it. That's what we should be watching. All right. And if you'd like to reach us with questions or input, our email address is mail@superggradio.com. And you know what? Just provide us a review on iTunes or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks for listening, and good game, Alex.
GG Getty.
Good game, Joel.
Good game.
Good game, Alec.
GG.
Now let's skibbity dibbity toilet on out of here.
Oh.
Bad guy.